name is Alamueducate. Today I want to talk about academic writing. Whether you are in the higher institution for master's program, PhD or undergraduate, it is essential at the end of the program, in most cases, for you to write your own academic paper. And today I want to teach you how you can go about writing your paper and how you can complete it within a record time. But for this video, I won't be going deep into what academic writing is. I'll be telling you about the basics, because you have to understand the foundation before you can build on it. For most institutions, the chapters normally entails chapter 1 to 5. Though in some rare cases, we have seen cases where some goes to chapter 6 and chapter 7. But my emphasis today will be on programs that base their writing on chapter 1 to 5. And what do you have in your chapter 1? In all chapter 1, you have what they call introduction. Introduction enables you to know what led you into that topic you are working on. Before your topic has been chosen, you must have had something that you intend to solve. There's a problem or that you are trying to give a solution to, which must have already been accepted by your supervisor in your institution before you can commence. The chapter 2 talks about what we call the literature review, or review of literature, depending on what you call it in your institution. And this review of literature contains more than 50% of the whole work. The first one I mentioned is chapter 1, this chapter 2. Most cases, the introduction does not take more than 5 to 7, maybe 10 pages, depending on the level of degree you are into. But when you come to the literature review, it takes at least about 50% of the work. That is what the literature review entails. And in the literature review, your purpose is to review work that has been done by other researchers before time. You review their work based on what they have done, based on the location the work has been done, the method they have used, and then you come to a conclusion of the gap you intend to fill. What is the gap that you want to fill that makes you to want to do your thesis or the project, whichever way you call it in your institution? And that is what chapter 2 is all about. Chapter 3 is what we call methodology, depending on your institution. Methodology or research method. All these depends on the institution. That's why before you begin to write academic paper, or before you begin to write a thesis or a project, you have to understand what is obtainable in the institution you are in. Because if you are going to write the format of an institution A, and you want to present that same format to an institution B that does not use the same format, automatically you'll be getting it wrong. You'll be having problem with your supervisor. At the same time, you'll be wasting your time. The chapter 3 is about the research method. This research you intend to do, how do you intend to go about it? Is it going to be an experimental? Is it going to be a non-experimental research? Are you going for exploratory research? All these things are what you should take into cognizance. And how do you go about your survey? Is it going to be a purposive sampling method? Is it going to be a simple random sampling method? The research itself is vast, but I just want you to understand the basics in this video, so that subsequently when I begin to present other video, starting from chapter 1, so that you'll be able to understand it. And I can guarantee you, as long as you're able to understand how to effectively write your academic papers or writing, you can write in almost all fields. By grace, I've been privileged to have written in diverse fields, and I know you also could do the same. If you can get it well, you will be able to write whether in education, nursing, medicine, sciences. All these I'm speaking from experience, which I know you also could do. In chapter 4, the chapter 4 aspect talks about the results. What is the result you get from your research method? The results, and in some cases, some institution talks about result and discussion. You discuss your result. As you are presenting your result, this is what I got. You discuss it, trying to explain what you feel led to that result based on your own personal research. It's not you have to copy and paste. Based on your own personal research. It's important for me to emphasize, I'll still come up with a video, how you can defend your thesis, how you can defend your projects. But I want to chip in something. For you to defend your thesis or your project, it is you that have the results. There's no one that should come to question you outside your results. This is what you did. This is what you got. As long as you can explain, you don't have any issue. It is when you are not able to defend or explain what happened, how you went about your research method, your experience, your results. That is when your work can easily be rubbished. In this chapter 4, you talk about your results. You analyze your results. Depending on your level, if you are an undergraduate, you might be using percentage. But when you come to master's, PhD, you begin to talk about ANOVA, ANCOVA, regression, and some many other statistical methods or tools. And when I'm privileged, I'll teach you how to use SPSS. It makes your work easy. It's a computer software which makes your work easy. And we also have many other ones. Atlas, that one we use it in business, academic writing. But today, I only want you to understand the basics. The fifth chapter talks about your conclusion. Your conclusion and recommendation. Talks about your recommendation. All these formats, it is very important for you to understand it. It's very important for you to understand all these formats. Because when you don't understand the format of your institution, you are going to hell. And you are going to have problem with your supervisor. You are going to have problem with your examiners. But when you understand all these formats and you are able to write it based on the format, the introduction, you talk about what led into the work, and the problem you intend to solve. The literature review, you talk about what others have done, why possibly they got a result. You have to put your inputs. Though I've seen from little experience where some institutions is mostly about citation, but in some institutions it's not that way. You have to cite other scholars and you have to put in your inputs. You can go further into chapter 3. That is where you talk about your research method. And your research method is how you intend to go about your research, what you intend to do, the population you will use, the samples you will use. That is what it's about. The result and the discussion is what you get from your own work. Conclusion is now making a conclusion based on your own results, based on the experiences or results of the past. You will now compare. Then you are able to understand what possibly might have led to your own results, and you are able to know the limitation of your studies also. Then you can make a recommendation based on your conclusion. You don't make a recommendation outside your work. It must definitely be in your work. I want you to subscribe to this channel so that if you are into your PhD, you are getting confused, you are in your master's program, you are finding it difficult for you to write your papers, I can help you by teaching you so that you also, by His grace, can be an expert in academic writing. Other things you should be expecting from this channel include business. So I want you to subscribe to this channel. I will encourage you also to click on the notification bell so that when I begin to talk about each and every of these steps or chapters, you'll be able to have a more thorough understanding of what it is. Because for the introduction, there are subsectors or subsets underneath it. All this you have to trash out properly before you can go into your literature review. And also, I will also want to tell you that you can share with others. There are many undergraduates, there are many PhD students, there are many master's students that need help in this area. And I can tell you confidently by His grace that by watching this video, they also can do excellently well in the areas of academic writing. Thank you for coming to my channel. Subscribe, like, and share. God bless. Thank you very much. God bless.